Coming up, we're talking Chili Bowl entries, the Summer Nationals schedule, a little driver news, and more. Cue those horns. Today is Thursday, December 9th, 2021. Welcome into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. The PRI Show in Indianapolis opens today, and if you don't know what that is, it's the motorsports industry's big yearly trade show. Racing series and parts manufacturers and all sorts of other racing-related businesses come together to make things happen for the next season. Used to be where we'd see a lot of schedules released, but those announcements have started happening earlier and earlier in the year. It also wasn't uncommon to see driver and team news come out of the event, but some of that has faded in recent years as well. Even so, the potential for breaking news is still there, so keep an eye on social media today and your favorite reporters because odds are something could still happen. You probably have seen already and will continue to see a bunch of tweets just generally out of this event. I know Matt Weaver from Racing America is there, Flow Racing and Dirt on Dirt have folks on site, and Speed Sport is always a good follow for breaking news. If anything does come out of the event today, we'll definitely talk about it on tomorrow's show. We will get the USAC Sprint Car and Midget schedules today for sure, with those announcements happening at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. It's been a bit since I gave an update on Chili Bowl entries. I can't remember how many weeks it's been since we talked about it, but as of today, we are up to 230 drivers on the list with still a little more than a month to go. Chad Boat's team released a 7-car lineup for the event that includes Dylan Welch, Dominic Gordon, Michael Facino, Ryan Timms, Brent Cruz, Chase Johnson, and Chris Wyndham. Both Timms and Cruz will be Chili Bowl rookies, and I'm guessing they had to go through that approval process as they're both younger than 16. Both drivers, though, incredibly capable behind the wheel. Sprint car wins, midget wins, all of that this season, so they will have no problem inside the Tulsa Expo. RMS Racing has a stacked lineup again that includes Justin Grant and Timez, who are their regular drivers this year, plus names like Justin Peck, Spencer Baston, Brad Sweet, David Gravel, and Nick Hoffman. I think that's pretty close to what their lineup was at Chili Bowl last season. Logan Seavey and Sammy Swindell are back in the Swindell entries. Darren Pittman will race in his own 21 like in years past. And the full slate of Matt Wood entries are on the list, including a lot of those California guys, Shane Golobic, Mitchell Moles, Kobe Copeland, Ryan Bernal, and then also Zeb Wise. There are obviously still many more names to come on that list. Kyle Larson isn't on it yet, and neither is Christopher Bell. A lot of rumors about where Bell could or could not end up here. Obviously not on the boat list. I think the Coons stuff probably makes the most sense here. And those Coons entries are missing from the list as well. And I saw where Brian Walker tweeted Coons could bring as many as 13 cars to Tulsa. The team will certainly be busy all week if that ends up being the case. According to Brian Holbert, we are ahead of the pace of last year with the entries, and the record for the event is 365 cars. That might be in play this season. See the full updated list of entries right now at chilibowl.com. The schedule dominoes continue to fall, and yesterday we got to see the 2022 Summer Nationals and Modified Nationals calendar of events. There are 2 seasons of a little bit different schedule layout that included some off days and some chances to race elsewhere. The traditional Summer Nationals slate is back with nearly 30 events spread out over 6 weeks of racing. Along with the breaks being gone, so is the points format. For 2022, the series will again count all races towards the $25,000 late model championship. Weekly points bonuses will be awarded to the driver with the most points at the end of each week as well. The season will open at Kankakee on June 14th and close out at Merritt on July 23rd for the late models. The traditional Fairbury event in July will be the finale for the modifieds. In between are some new tracks like Wayne County in Ohio. Quincy Raceways is back on the schedule as Adams County Speedway. And all of your favorite regular stops are on there as well at places like Peoria, Highland, Macon, Farmer City, and a lot more. And except for a $20,000 to win show at Peevely, all races on the schedule either pay $5,000 or $10,000 to win. There are still 7 TBA dates on the schedule, so I'll have to wait and see what happens for those events. But hopefully here, the traditionalists will be happy with the return to the old-style Summer Nationals format. Bobby Pierce and Nick Hoffman are the reigning series champions. And as has been the case, the full Summer Nationals season can be watched live on Dirt Vision. If you'd like to see that schedule, you can find it at dirtcarsummernationals.com. The Summer Nationals schedule going back to the old format is an interesting strategy move in this wild world of late model racing right now. The series tried to play nice last year, and it left some dates and days open, along with drivers not needing to hit all of the events, so guys could go race elsewhere and also be full-time with Summer Nationals. But in 2022, that won't be the case. They've kind of drawn a line in the sand here. And if you want to race for the championship, you've got to be at probably most, if not all, of the events. So with Lucas, the Outlaws, the XR Series, Flow Racing, Summer Nationals, plus all of the regional series and special events, there's a lot of late model racing happening next year. It's only a great time to be a dirt late model team with so many options. But as I mentioned on Tuesday's show, I think there's real potential here that the full-timers list for all of these series starts to get eroded. There will just be too many chances to race elsewhere for more money and not have to travel as far. And obviously we've had issues with part shortages and fuel costs and all of those things. And you can minimize that more and more with these schedules. I'm still conflicted on whether I think that's a good thing or not. In some driver news from yesterday, it came out that Skyler G and Mark Coldren have parted ways. Coldren started 2021 with Lucas Wolf behind the wheel of the 07 sprint car and ended up with a few drivers in the seat through the season, including G. G said on Twitter he's got a new venture coming and that it would be announced at PRI. G made 37 All-Star appearances in 2021 with a best finish of third. He did that twice, in June at Attica and in September at Attica. Also, after finishing second in the ASCS Sooner Region points this season, young Brandon Anderson is going full-time with the National Tour. The 18-year-old from Oklahoma picked up 3 wins, 13 top 5s, and 15 top 10s in 23 races with the Sooner Region. Will hit the road with his 55B machine. The National Tour was ultra competitive in 2021 with a solid mix of veteran and young talent battling it out all season. This will be a stiff challenge for a young guy like Anderson. Speaking of the ASCS, later today I've got a new Conversations episode for you. Terry Maddox is only 26 years old, but he's the new owner of the ASCS along with all of his other series and event involvement. We talked schedules, learning from Emmett Hahn, starting a series as a teenager, mentoring future young promoters, and flagging the Chili Bowl. That episode will be available this afternoon or evening, kind of depending on when I get it posted. That'll be in the podcast feed and on the YouTube channel. There are 2 items on the streaming schedule today, both of those happening on Flow Racing. They have USAC Live from PRI and Flow 24/7. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit dirttracker.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope you have a good Thursday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.